Hello, this is Andrea Dancing Star, and this is going to be my second attempt at this Aquarius reading. Let's hope that there are no malfunctions with the recording of this video and this reading, because it's quite frustrating, and also the message was very, very, very clear that came through the cards. So this is going to be kind of a new reading. I'm going to incorporate the Wild Unknowns Archetypes cards into this reading. I think it's going to bring more depth into this reading with the tarot cards. For the astrological sign of Aquarius, it's an experiment. It's something new. And thank you for being here while I attempt it, to view it, to watch it, to like it, to share it with another Aquarius. So, we're reading for the astrological sign of Aquarius. We're going to get a current energy reading, situation energy for the astrological sign of Aquarius. Current for the astrological sign of Aquarius. Tell me, please. Current energy reading. Okay. Face down. Five of Wands. Okay. Four of Swords reversed. I'm sorry that I'm like chuckling, because in the reading that was kind of like had technical difficulties, which was literally 5 seconds ago, was saying that there's three people that are not working together for Aquarius. And Aquarius is actually in a resting mode, but right here it kind of looks like not resting. And then also it looks here, this is just chaos. This is a creative fight. This is a lot of people in a boardroom that have a lot of different ideas. They don't have to be in a boardroom, but they're like in a content creator house. They're all together. They all have an idea. They all think that they're right, and nobody's listening to each other. Now, money is going to be the driving force, and that was prominent in the reading, just like, I guess it wasn't 5 seconds ago, but it's probably like 2 minutes ago. Money, the driving force behind it. No rest, can't rest because there's not money. It really, with the Hermit behind the Queen of Pentacles reversed, kind of tells me that somebody's done some soul searching. Maybe they're realizing that they're putting their efforts into something that's not actually benefiting their soul, or it's not on their soul path. Maybe somebody's realizing they've chosen the wrong career, and everybody else around you is maybe not agreeing with you. Let's get some more cards here. Let's see. Does that help? There we go. Kind of. It kind of helps. Five of Wands. Tell me more, please, for the astrological sign of Aquarius. Tell me more for the astrological sign of Aquarius. Okay, there we go. Aquarius everywhere. Now, these cards all did come out. So, the Star reversed. Queen of Swords sideways. King of Cups sideways. Nine of Swords sideways. Okay, Aquarius. Six of Wands reversed. Okay. There's like this feeling of hopelessness. There's this feeling of loss. There's this feeling of not shining, of being dull, of not being capable of guiding the way, of not being capable of inspiring, and not being inspirational, not being inspired, out of your power. I see the King of Wands down here. He just kind of showed himself to me. He was upright. There's like this masculine energy, this masculine decision maker who chooses, creativity, the things that we're passionate about, fire things. These are like hobbies. These are talents. These are skills that like make your soul come alive. These things are being thwarted. This energy is being thwarted, and it really looks like there's this like fire masculine energy. We also have this loving father who's kind of sideways, like, I don't know. He left Aquarius on red. he's not there. He's not displaying love. He's not displaying anything. It's like kind of like limbo, like you're wondering about him. There were lots of nightmares in the past in regards to him. You wonder maybe if you cut him off completely, did you cut love off completely when you cut him off completely? There's a lot of doubt here. So let's get, I guess I could take this card also. Okay. Queen of Swords upright. Queen of Swords upright. There we go. Justice is reversed down here. Okay, the Queen of Swords, she's upright. She's harsh. She's to the point. She's direct. She does not bullshit. She has no patience for lies. She has no patience for deception. She has no hesitation in cutting off. She's not scared. She's the only queen with a sword drawn in her right hand, her hand of action. She's completely connected with the bird of truth right above her head. And that's exactly what she expects from everyone else. Now, there's this Justice reverse by Queen of Cups, Cancer sign female. It doesn't have to be Cancer. It could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it's very much Cancer card. It could also be a deceptive mother figure. You know, a mother figure has maybe deceived Aquarius and pushed her to this point, This is not a bad point to be in. You know, this eliminates a lot of bullshit being in this energy. There's no time for frills and games and sugarcoating in her world. She literally has no patience for it at all. So I want to know still one more thing. Tell me more about this Justice. I turned it right side up. Tell me, we'll put it right here. This Justice card that was reversed. Tell me more about this, please, for Aquarius. Tell me more about this Justice card. Okay. High Priestess, the World reversed, and the Tower reversed. Okay, so maybe this water sign female, possibly a Cancer. Maybe they tried to make you think that you know less than you know. Maybe in a really harsh situation and in a really harsh scenario, maybe this water sign female tried to actually, you know, maybe try to work some magic on you silently without you knowing it. Maybe she tried to set you up into a cycle that was never going to end and that you could never actually get concrete verbal answers from. She is very, very, very silent. She is very, very, very mysterious, hard to contact. She is very direct and very verbal. She has no problem speaking her mind. The Tower reversed. It very much seems in the Four of Pentacles reversed. So it looks like there's like this water sign female, possibly a mother. And the Justice reverse card is putting you into a cycle where you feel like you have no foundation and you will never be able to find your foundation. You will never be able to trust your intuition. It's a serious, incredible amount of like dark clouds surrounding doubt. That's what the injustice is. But you know what? I think that you figured that out. I think that you figured it out and you know. Because you're upright. Okay. Oy. How did Aquarius know this Queen of Cups? How did Aquarius know the Queen of Cups? Tell me more about that relationship. Eight of Cups sideways. Queen of Cups reversed. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, but she's kind of like a lady who loves money. She doesn't have money, but she loves money. And she loves to make people think that she is very extravagant, very luxurious, very earthy, very connected with material things and abundance and prosperity and luck. But she's truly not. She's not. She wants it, but she does not have it. And it kind of looks like either you walked away from her or she walked away from you. Maybe you walked away from each other. Yeah, so maybe this was just like an acquaintance that had a lot of money. It could have been a possible employer. I was just thinking that because of the money. And then we have right here the Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles reversed, Virgo energy. Yeah. She definitely was like an employer. She was commissioning you for a job. She was trying to give you a job. She thought she was doing a whole lot. She doesn't have a lot to really give, but she's very, very, very much like greedy is the word. There's a split there. Nobody's really wishing or looking back. I see that crescent moon, the crescent part of the moon in this card, which kind of reminds me of the Queen of Cups energy. So I'm sure, Aquarius, you know exactly who this female is. Okie dokie. Let's turn these this way and let's move over here to the wild unknown archetypes. And I'm going to divide them into sections because it's really, oh, the destroyer showed itself maybe for a reason. Oy. Okay, let's ask. Let's ask and see if we can get a tool. A tool for Aquarius to be using. What information, what archetypes should Aquarius be embodying? What archetypes are trying to help? What archetypes are helping and guiding the Aquarius in this situation? Mostly, you want to get to be your own boss. You want to get to be in control of your foundation, your stability, your home, everything, your money, all of it. You want to be it. And there is something that you can be doing that can create that for you. You want to know how to get there because everybody else, there's arguments, there's no agreements. It's difficult. And it's probably because you have a very, very, very unique idea, Aquarius, that maybe isn't standard and guaranteed like everybody else's ideas. So let's see what card is going to help Aquarius to achieve? What card can we get? What tool? Is there a tool that Aquarius could be using? Okay, that's a lot of cards. It's way more than one. The Siren, the Warrior, the Queen. The Father is reversed, okay? There's a serious lack here with the masculine energy. The Father is reversed. The Judge is sideways. I'm going to say that goes with the Justice card right here. Kind of wondering if fate sees what's happening for you. Maybe feeling like things are not fair. The Hunter completely reversed. And the Mystic completely reversed. Okay, this Queen right here, Aquarius, your current energy, she's incredibly logical. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, the Mystic is involved in the mysteries. You know, the Mystic is paying attention to the lessons, to the energies, to the subtleties of life and what it's teaching you, the bigger picture. And also the things that are left unseen, the things that a lot of people do not look at, they don't observe. That part seems to be reversed, you know? Also the Hunter. Well, the Hunter does a lot of things. I mean, he hunts for food, obviously, but also the Hunter can hunt for opportunities. He finds whatever he needs. Right here, I'm going to tell you right now, Aquarius, you're the Siren, you're the Warrior, you're the Queen. But there's this masculine father figure energy that's really, that's putting a big cloud of doubt in your journey right now. So, okay, so please do not judge me if you are going to be offended or upset or not enjoy the fact that I'm going to read the actual definition of this card. Then I guess you can click off, although I wish you would not. I wish you would stay and listen. So we're going to find the Siren, and I'm going to tell you what she's about, because this is Aquarius energy. This is like an energy that you are encompassing, but an energy that maybe you should harness to empower you. The Temptress, the Seducer, the Femme Fatale. The Siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is something irrelevant. It's the journey that matters, and the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, 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 to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option. Unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ships, it's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come alive more fully on the surface. And it says, embodying the siren archetype requires that we explore things that are taboo. The siren laughs at conventions and constraints, and she eats rules. Now, other iterations of the siren archetype include the nymph, the mermaid, and the fairy. They often come in sets of 3 as a trinity of temptation. Awakened, sensuality, absorption, and arousal when the siren is light. When the siren is dark, wickedness, adultery, wreckage, betrayal, insatiability. Okay, Aquarius. I think that there is definitely a big, this needs to be set free. This needs to be embodied. This needs to be utilized. This needs to be loved. The siren energy within you. There's something beautifully productive and sensual and feminine that maybe you're putting a hold on. Maybe you're not letting it come to the surface. Maybe you're trying to cover it up so that you can seem more serious and focused. Don't let it completely go away. Don't let it completely go away. It's powerful for you. The warrior. Okay, snake, bull skull, diamond, and a rainbow, and a cloud of darkness. The warrior. By the way, these are all selves so far. The siren, the warrior, the mystic. They're selves, their personalities, archetypes of personalities. The samurai, the soldier, and the advocate. We often envision the warrior as an armored figure with a sword in hand moving blindly toward battle. Yet the deeper aspects of this archetype bring us face to face with death itself. The warrior stands precariously at the edge of life and death, trusting the eternal guide of the sword's blade. The warrior's work requires presence, alignment, and purpose. If when the warrior loses its center, meaningless confrontations and violence are their default response. When this card appears, it is important to question the battle at hand. Is it likely a great one with deep roots and long-standing tensions? The actions you take will stay with you long after the dust settles, so choose wisely. Brave one, as you draw your sword, realign the eternal wisdom within, then surrender to the battle when you draw your sword. Aquarius. And we have the 5 of Wands. Be careful, as the warrior implies war, the two go hand in hand. Those who defeat others are strong. Those who defeat themselves are mighty. So when light, the warrior is fierce, clarity, purposeful action, resolve, and resilience. When dark, there are threats, savagery, abandoning a mission, and values. Read the Tao Te Ching, and the Bhagavad Gita. Without a true purpose, manifesto, or oath, the warrior is lost. What do you stand for? What are you willing to rise in the name of? Write it out. Like write with a pencil or a pen. Write it out. Again, very strong energy, but there is a beautiful grace. She just sings and everyone comes to her. She is prepared to go to war because there's an injustice here with the father. There is a deception. There is an injustice. There is a deception. There is a pain that is not healed. Okay, the queen. It looks like Venus to me. And a lotus blossom with a hand, the snake in the hands. And then what is that, like a ruby? It also looks like an egg, you know? The Empress, the Mother Queen, the Sovereign. Like her counterpart to the king, the queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, then the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus blossom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection, when the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place. She is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and goddesses to move through benevolent leaders. To embody the queen is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. Read Cleopatra's monologue in Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, Act 5, Scene 2. Then read about Inanna, Tara, and Hera. The queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne, knowing the ring draws near. She is the magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertaining nothing less. When she is light, the embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, and stillness. When dark, vain, wrathful, self-righteous, and demanding. Okay. Aquarius, you have an incredible power. I feel like a lot of this reading is telling Aquarius that, like, kind of maybe need to become more receptive and maybe less forceful. Let me find the hunter. The hunter. Okay, the hunter. The seeker, the pursuer, the predator. The hunter hunts. They are on precise mission with an aim. To return home empty-handed would be to fail, which is not an option in the hunter's eye. This archetype will journey far and wide seeking the prize that calls to its heart or stomach. Tales of bravery and feats of strength often result, creating a life full of adventure. The hunter is skillful, quick, decisive, and results-oriented, like the great hunting goddess Artemis, who carries her quiver upon her back. The hunter typically has a weapon of choice when this card appears. It is critical that you ask 3 questions. What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Is the weapon I hold so tightly in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? When you activate the hunter archetype, you are aligning your energy with the great creatures of the world. The lion, the wolf, the tiger, the shark. Do so with care. Study the Greek goddess Artemis. Notice her nuanced relationship to the moon, the earth, and the feminine. The predator honors its prey with a precise and skillful hunt. The hunter deeply reveres the life it aims to take. Okay, we're needing to focus a little bit, Aquarius, not a little bit, but a lot on your aim, your goals. What are you hunting? What are you hunting, Aquarius? Ask yourself that. And is the weapon that you cling to so tightly, is it needed? Is it necessary for this hunt? Okay, the last self, the mystic. Well, besides the father. Besides the father. We will read him too, but we'll also read the judge. You know, actually, there are all selves. There are all people. But you know what? All of the selves, the majority of the selves are all Aquarius. The seeker, the light worker, the dreamer. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or light-hearted daydreamer. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and they embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth. Above all else, unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery, in this great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. When the mystic is light, it's the remover of darkness, visionary and ageless. When it is dark, it expects results, seeks attention and recognition. It may seem that the mystic is inward facing, yet its light beams break back to the world with the strength of 1,000 stars. It may seem that the mystic is inward facing, yet its light beams back to the world with the strength of 1,000 stars. Like any light worker, the mystic must build a relationship with fire. This begins by awakening the inner flame or tapas within. Maybe you need to make a fire, buy some candles. Maybe you need to write down exactly what you're hunting and then burn it. Okay, so the father. Quite obviously, I think everybody knows what a father is or should be. But let's read the card because it's definitely reversed and it's definitely influencing Aquarius. The Great Father, the masculine, the protector. Okay, so he's not protected. Alongside the mother, the father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through the absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and one who leads us to the wolves. Here, yet gone, the champion and the failure. The father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. Okay. When it's light, it's supportive, strategic, regal, kind, authority. When it's dark, it's disappearing, disappointing, devastated by failures. Become a student of the masculine energy and watch the father in movies, in Shakespeare's plays. See the father as a pattern, not as personal. Read poems about the father. Sharon Olds' His Stillness. William Blake's Little Boy Lost. Okay, and the judge. Now the judge is sideways, and like I said, I really feel like that's because there's a feeling of not having justice, and it's really very much surrounding this father figure, this masculine, this supposed to be protective and loving masculine energy. I want to really highlight the things that Aquarius needs to embody. They need to focus on this femininity, the siren, and also this warrior energy, Artemis energy. I have an Artemis tattoo, by the way. The judge, the critic, the diplomat, the advocate. The judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When the archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment on self and others. Ironically, the judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear mongering. This is the judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When the same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening the archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your judge in order. The world needs it. Gandhi had an incredibly illuminated inner judge. He was a lawyer. He practiced silence one day a week in order to hone his discernment while on his revolutionary path. The judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up around. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. When the judge is light, there is discernment, advocacy, right action, and compassion. When dark, there is criticality, punishing, unforgiving, and wall building. Go deeper and read Osiris and the White Feather of Mot. Okay, Aquarius, this has been a very long and informative reading, and I hope that it has been helpful. I think the very main messages are to honor the feminine beauty and power that you naturally radiate. Do not hide it anymore. And also focus on your actual battle, on your war. Write down the things that you are willing to stand up for and the things that you will not. And believe and be fascinated by the mysteries. You are also the queen. She's very receptive. She sits and lets things come to her. So does the siren. Okay, this has been a reading for the astrological sign of Aquarius.